Let's practice a little bit of dimensional analysis. And again, I strongly recommend that you attempt these problems, pause the video, try each step. Otherwise, just sitting and watching me do it doesn't teach you as much. So the first one, we have a student determining that a material has a density of 4.46 grams per centimeters cubed. And what would the density be in grams per liters? When we're doing dimensional analysis, we are not trying to change the number, we're only trying to change the units. So when we multiply it, we have to be multiplying it by an equality. So that basically we're multiplying a number by 1. So for this first one, we always start by writing down what we know. 4. And when we have units that are a fraction, it's much easier if you write them this way. It will help you. And in dimensional analysis, we always multiply by some kind of equality. So something that equals itself, so that it's like multiplying by 1. And you're given this equality. If we want centimeters cubed to cancel out when we do our math, it's on the bottom here. It means it needs to be on the top here. And we know that 1,000 centimeters cubed equals 1 liter. And when we look at our math, centimeters cubed cancels out. When we do this, we always multiply by the number on the top, divide by the number on the bottom. So we get 4,460 grams per liter. Let's look at a little bit harder of an example. In this next one, I'm asking you how many kilometers are in 8,888 inches. So again, we start by writing down what we know. Units are really important because if you don't show me units, I don't know that you understand why you are doing each step. And I need you to show your dimensional analysis all the way, because otherwise this won't help you when we get to stoichiometry. So we have one conversion factor we know with inches. It's 12 inches equal 1 foot. So we have inches here on top, which means we have to have inches down here if we want them to cancel out. And that's the whole point, is changing the units. So we know 12 inches equals 1 foot. So we multiply by the top. We don't really need to put into our calculator times 1. And we divide by the bottom. And we're not going to bother rounding to the very end if we can help it. You're going to write this all out. Just make sure you keep more than enough significant figures. You can also just put it into your calculator once instead of working, putting it out each time. So we have feet. We also know that 5,280 feet equals 1 mile. We want feet to cancel out, so we have to have feet on the bottom here. Equals 1 mile. So we do the math. And even if we're rounding on paper, we don't have to change the number in our calculator. We're still not quite there. We want to go to kilometers. So we have our number here in miles, and we have one more conversion factor. I will always provide the conversion factors to you, so don't worry. We have miles here, so we want miles to cancel out. It has to be on the bottom. We know that 1 mile equals 1.61 kilometers. Miles cancel out. we get 225847 kilometers. Let's talk significant figures for a minute. So if you have 4 in your answer here, when we look at our conversion factors, we have 2 significant figures, 3 and 3, so we need to round our answer to have 2 significant figures. So we have 0.23 kilometers. Let's look at one more example. So we're doing the exact same process here, even if we're using made-up units. And because all of these conversion factors and inequalities are whole numbers, we're going to assume they're counting numbers, and then we won't worry about significant figures. So we have 1 fizzle, and we look, and this conversion factor deals with fizzles. So we have to put the 1 fizzle down here from our equality. We want those to cancel out. And 3 drizzles on top. Now we know that we've gotten rid of fizzle. I'm going to only do the math once, so I'm just going to keep going here before I have to deal with any calculations. Makes life easier. I know I'm going to have drizzles, so I need to find the conversion factor that deals with drizzles. If I want drizzle to cancel out, I'm going to put it on the bottom. So we have 10 drizzle equals 4 sizzles. And it's okay if one of the numbers isn't 1. So we see our drizzles cancel out. And this one here deals with sizzles. So we're going to put 18 sizzles on the bottom. And 3 twizzles on top. See, our sizzles go away. And now we've got to get rid of twizzles. We have this one here. I think I'm going to run out of space, so I'm going to put my next conversion factor down here. Twizzles is here, so I have to have twizzles on the bottom. So I'm going to put 5 twizzles right here. And again, if you want to do the math at each step and work it out, if that's easier for you, please do it that way. But I wanted to show you that this is an option. So our twizzles cancel out. We have swizzles, and finally we're going to be able to get to frizzles. So 1 swizzle on the bottom, and 20 frizzles on top. And our swizzles cancel out, and we finally get frizzles. Now in order to do the math, we're going to multiply by all the numbers on top and divide by all the numbers on the bottom. Doesn't matter what order you do it in, because multiplication and division can be done in any order. But I'm going to do 1 times 3. So I've done this step. I don't need to put in divide by 1. And then I'm going to do times 4. And then I'm going to do divided by 10. And then times 3. And divided by 18. And then times 4 and divided by 5. And then times 20. I don't need to do divided by 1. And we are going to say that 1 fizzle equals 3.2 frizzles. And if you can do this with made-up units, you can do it with anything.